And lastly, for the best part of it all, your homework problems. You will be asked to do numbers 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So like all of these graphs, I need you to sketch on your paper and I need you to do those. You are doing these in your spiral. Now, don't follow the examples they are giving you on these problems. I'm going to give you your instructions in 1 second. So you're going to do 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. You're also going to do 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So altogether, you have 9 of these problems and you have 6 of these. So altogether, you have 15 problems to do for homework. And here's the instructions you're going to do. Oh, by the way, this is page 550. This is page 550 in your book. Remember, you're doing numbers 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So 28 to 42 is 15 problems. And this is what you're going to actually be doing on the problems. This. So it says, for each of the problems, you will sketch the drawing. I'm trying to show you all of it. There it goes. For each of the problems, you will sketch the graph and label the following. So you have 15 problems. Not 6 of the problems, they gave you graphs already. So all you're going to do is you're going to take their graph and you're going to label it. So you're going to sketch the graph on your notebook paper and your spiral, and you're going to label all of these things that I have listed over here on the side. There are 6 of them. For the other 9 problems where they give you only the equation, you are going to have to either graph it by hand, which I prefer you do, or you can use the calculator. If you use the calculator, that's fine. You are still going to label the same 6 things on your graph. And here are the 6 things, so pay attention. So number 1, I need you to tell me the values of A, B, and C. And remember, you get that from the actual equation they give you. So for example, on my problem, A is -1. B is 0 because there is no B. There is no BX term in the middle. And C is 4 because C is the constant at the end. So A, B, and C, got it. Number 2 says the equation of the axis of symmetry. Well, if you have your graph, you're kind of already looking at your equation of axis of symmetry. And remember, if you have your vertex, your axis of symmetry is the x value. So my axis of symmetry happens when x is equal to 0. So that's my x value. So then number 3 says maximum or minimum value. Remember, your maximum or minimum value is just your y value. So once you find your vertex, you've already found the axis of symmetry and the maximum or minimum. So my minimum was y equals 4. I don't know where I got 14 from. Then the vertex. Well, if you have number 2 and number 3, then obviously you have number 4. You just write it like a point. Duh, x is 0, y is 4, 0, 4. Number 5 says y-intercept. Like I said, if you're looking at the graph, you can already tell what your y-intercept is. But sometimes there isn't one. So if there isn't one, just tell me, Miss James, oh my gosh, there is no y-intercept. Because sometimes it does not cross the y-axis. Just let me know. Number 6 says solutions, zeros, x-intercepts, and roots. So remember, all 4 of these words mean the same thing. And anytime I see your paper, I need to see you write all 4 of these words out together. And yes, if you don't write all 4 of the words out, will I count the problem wrong? Yes. Even if you got the problem right? Yes. Because I want you to write all 4 of these words out. I really want you to, because on the test, when you see one of these words, I want you to make sure that you know it is all 4 of these words, okay? So my solutions on my problem happen at -2, 0 and at 2, 0 because that's where I cross the x-axis. So when I write my solutions or my zeros or my x-intercepts or my roots, when I write that out, it's going to look like -2, 0 and 2, 0. So you are going to do all 6 of these for each one of your problems. You have 15 problems and you have 6 things to write out for each problem. You also are going to have a graph for each problem. If they give you the graph, just sketch the graph they give you. If they give you an equation, just graph the equation they give you. If you have any questions, make sure you send me an email. You're doing this in your spiral on a clean piece of paper, and make sure you write it nice and neatly. Like, I want it to look like this a little bit, like nice and neat and organized. Like, if your stuff is all smushed together, or if I can't read your graph, I'm not going to grade it. So you need to make sure that you're writing very good and very legibly so that you can read and understand what you're reading. Like I said, if you have questions, just let me know.